Imagine holding, between your fingers, a vibrant flash of history captured in gold. A coin that is at once modest in size yet monumental in stature. This is the 1972 France 1 franc coin, a rare specimen graded SP68 by PCGS, a grade that offers only the highest distinction, indicating a nearly flawless proof strike, extraordinary luster, impeccable surfaces, and a striking cameo contrast that is nothing short of breathtaking. This is not merely a numismatic piece. It is an exquisite fusion of art, metallurgy, history, and scarcity that speaks across time to everyone who cherishes the beauty of precision craftsmanship. Let's begin by exploring the richness of what this coin represents. Minted in Paris in 1972, this gold 1 franc specimen is part of a limited run. Reports suggest that such coinages as the KMP454 Pyfort series had extremely limited struck numbers, perhaps as few as 75 pieces, making each surviving example extraordinarily rare. Numiscorner.com +1. Pyfort coins, known for their double-thickness presentation, allow for deeper, more dramatic relief. They are something more than mere currency. They are tactile expressions of design, intent, and ceremonial significance. The coin's gold composition, with its warm weight and resilient gleam, sets it apart. Even decades later, it retains a sheen that seems to whisper of the moment it was born at the Paris Mint, a moment of perfect alignment of die and flan, captured forever in metal. Gold coins have always seemed to bear a dual identity. On one hand, intrinsically valuable because of their precious metal content. On the other, transcendent, valued beyond mere bullion for the stories they tell, the artists and minters they encapsulate, and the collectors who prize them. An SP68 grade by PCGS is rare for any modern coin, let alone a limited-run gold Pyfort from France. That label conveys that nearly nothing mars its perfection. Only the tiniest of microscopic imperfections, if any, keeps it from a 70. When you hold such a coin, you're looking at the pinnacle of what the mint could produce, the standard against which all others are measured. Collectors will also know the thrill that comes with such scarcity. With such limited mintages and high grades, sometimes only a single example surfaces over decades of auctions, exhibitions, and private showings. This coin exists as something like a myth brought to life, a whisper turned solid. To delve further into the context, consider how gold Pyforts from France in the 1970s often appear in specialized auction records. Rings of connoisseurs, catalogued by die numbers, graded meticulously, and prized for their mint settings. For example, records show that a 1972 France 5 centimes Pyfort SP68, a smaller denomination, but sharing similar minting characteristics, sold for around $840 in a May 2022 auction in Hong Kong PCGS. Yet that piece, not even the 1 franc, realized a price that is hundreds of times less than the staggering valuation of our star specimen suggests at the end of this narrative. Historical significance also plays its part. Though the 1 franc denomination had already ceded much of its practical use by 1972, the French franc's lineage extended centuries back. It had served under monarchs, emperors, and republics, and carried the symbols of liberté, égalité, fraternité, etched into the very metal of the coin with that timeless gravitas. The design traditions, such as the iconic La Semouse by Oscar Rodi, traditionally graced French coins, evoking national identity and continuity, though specific to earlier denominations. Even when designs shift, the echoes of these artistic lineages linger, blending with later aesthetics for a sense of both evolution and legacy. Reddit. Its rarity and gem condition status inevitably elevate its desirability among serious numismatists. In the world of coins, the intersection of grade and scarcity is where values peak, and this coin inhabits that sweet spot. It is as close to perfect as a collector could hope for, yet remains nearly uncirculated, effectively untouched since minting. Imagine unveiling such a coin at a convention or presenting it in a private collection. The glass, the certificate, the gasp of recognition when light catches its surfaces and reveals that mirrored perfection. The details spring into view, the raised relief of France's emblematic motifs, the fine grain of the minting, the faintest bubbles of brilliance that only SP68 could allow. It triggers a visceral reaction, Awe and appreciation that transcends monetary terms, that immediately establishes a bond between collector and coin, fueled by beauty, history, and exclusivity. Now, consider the financial dimension, how the market responds to such a rare piece. In typical coin worlds, even modest modern collectibles seldom reach extraordinary prices. Yet, with the combination of SP68 grade, gold medium, low mintage, and Pi-Fort appeal, the valuation climbs. Comparable coins, even those with broader mintages or lower grades, rarely approach this magnitude. That level of price is reserved for numismatic legends. Specially minted, ultra-limited, near-mint pieces that are regarded as masterpieces. So when the story comes to its close, you deliver the ultimate twist. After all the historical context, artistic appreciation, technical marvel, and collector's passion, the eye-catching ending, the mic drop moment. You mentioned that such a coin could command, in today's premium collector market, a staggering $67,000. The weight of that figure reverberates. It isn't just the cost of gold, it's the cost of perfection, the cost of history, the cost of rarity, crystallized into one small, luminous coin. And there you have it. The story of a coin that is more than currency, more than gold, more than a minting. A singular artifact of numismatic brilliance culminating in a final note that pulses with awe. $67,000.